Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Stygian today. Yeah, last night, in my stubbornness, I did that Awoken run, of course. I'm thinking that after we finish this time through, so after the melting run, I'm going to try and do the win streak thing that I talked about, where we try to win every clan combo in order, starting at Hellhorned Awoken and ending at Melting Umbra. I'm thinking I'm gonna give that a go. See if we can get there. It'd be fun to try out at least. Anyway, maybe something to wait until after the beta's done though. Probably something to wait for after the beta actually. Come to think of it, because within like the next 2 days the new content's gonna hit the beta allegedly. I should wait. So I will wait. Actually, never mind, because probably by the time the melting run is up there will be beta content for me to opt into. Alright, never mind. Forget I mentioned it. Let's begin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Spam refresh on the video and watch a million ads so that I get my 30 cents. Diligent, we are Stygian, Hellhorned, Titan's Gratitude, Fortify, Ice Storm. Great start. We start with a card to protect Tethys and Fortify, and we start with 2 good cards in case we get forced into spell weakness. Wing Steel? I don't mind if I do. We getting forced into spell weakness today? Drumroll, please. We are. I've been thinking about trying that conduit instead of spell weakness Tethys in that situation, but we have good enough spells. I'm not going to take Mark of Invasion here. I have had enough Mark of Invasions for 1 lifetime. I just don't like this mark because I've had it end up killing me a lot of times. It often, like in a draw like this, I guess we wouldn't have died per se, but we would have had to put Tethys up here. And that's not very cash money. That's fine, because we want to be able to make use of Tethys' spell weakness, hopefully. Show you a Train Steward. We will take this Collector. And play Fortify. Fortify goes pretty well with Wing Steel as well. Lets us cycle through the deck a little bit faster. 3, 6... I'll ping one of these guys. It doesn't make a very big difference. Yeah, we hit the Ice Storm eventually. That just wipes the floor. What's in here? 3 Train Stewards. I can't play whatever I draw into, and I want to play most of these cards anyway. Train Steward, and then we just kill these 2 goons. And it should be fine. We have a 50-50. I can make it a little better. In 20% of cases, playing 3 spells here is wrong, and in 80% of cases, I guess, in 80% of cases it's right, as long as I don't hit Titan's Gratitude. I won't be able to play whatever I hit, though. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You don't like to see that. It didn't matter. But, you know, a little unfortunate that we lost the 20%er there. We were hoping to hit Fortify, but doesn't matter. Welder Helper, you know the deal. I think Welder Helper is probably one of the strongest cards in this game. He's so powerful. Oh my goodness. And we will go right. We're gonna look for, probably our best pickup here is Steelworker. Endless, +5, +10, and +10. You got a Steelworker for me? Oh, baby. I do think that Steelworker is better than the other one there, by the way, Railbeater. So in this situation, I guess it would have been interesting to consider it a little further. Railbeater has a starting armor of 25, but he has 5 less health. So effectively, he has 20 more health than Steelworker. As long as Steelworker gets 4 resolve triggers off, he's better than Railbeater, and he always will. From the perspective of a pure tank, Railbeater's effect in this run makes no difference because Tethys sweeps. And we're gonna do this. And we're going to... I think I'm just gonna aim to give this guy 2 +25s. I think a +5, +10 is not too useful. And we're basically gonna aim for Tethys to solo the game. I should not pick spikes. Yeah. I should not pick spikes. I'm thinking about it a little bit. You can take spikes here if your unit can solo, which is maybe, but not likely. And once we go to a shop involving... I'm gonna get this guy killed. Like that. Once we go to a shop of magic and get some buffs, maybe plus 10 holdover, maybe permafrost, anything like that, we start to feel a little bit better. There's an Ice Storm here. It's worth it. Ah, Crystallis draw. There's a lot of great things we can do here. Starting with Ice Storm means that we are pretty strong in the starting unit front. I'm pretty sure if I torch this guy, by the way, I'll draw him off of Wing Steel. I think if I play Welder Helper plus a 0 cost card, I just draw the Welder Helper again. Which is not a bad idea here. Pretty sick. We get a lot of spell weakness down on this guy. I think he'll die to a Frozen Lance. 10. I'm gonna do 66 if I Frozen Lance him. Close. Actually, he'll die to this Welder Helper, right? Hang on. How much damage does this Welder Helper do? 3. I could Frozen Lance him and then... I'll just kill him with Crystallis, but, you know. Would have been pretty close to killing him with the Welder Helper. The guy would have lived at 1. It would have been silly, if nothing else. Second Crystallis is not bad here. It's a little bit much, though. I don't like having that many 2-cost spells. I think we already have effectively... Well, let's look at the map here. We're going to this Merchant of Magic for sure. For sure we're going to the Merchant of Magic. Also, real quick, I should remember to look at Explosive Sigil and Ragefell. Ugh, Ragefell. Ragefell's going to be fun because if I'm bad at the game, I just lose there. So the question becomes, do I want this second Crystallis? The answer is no, I don't think so. If I really want a second Crystallis, I'll upgrade it and then duplicate it. Well, we're going to be better off with a second Merchant of Magic, or a second Ice Storm. Merchant of Magic, Ice Storm, whatever. Vent, I don't like here because it clashes with the upgrades Ice Storm wants to take. I think the Vent is kind of a bait. Is it though? It's not bad to have something to clear backline for me before they hit, but I don't know. That's an interesting one. Clear backline before they hit. I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna give it a shot. You can make a case for Molting Imp there, but I think Molting Imp's a little worse. It's just, the Vent's not gonna do much for us, but we don't have a whole lot of unit upgrades to take, so we're going to try and save up a bunch of money and then hit a bunch of magic shops. And by a bunch, I mean 1 before Fell. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh well. So give me plus 10 holdover here at an affordable rate. No, this is none of that. Like a -1. I have to roll this to look for the plus 10, and we just have to pretend that I don't see the inaffordable double stack there. 2 plus 20 consumes. Oh, it's gonna be one of these runs. Oh, it's gonna be one of these. Titan's Gratitude free. A second Steelworker? Nah. Nah. I think we go Umbra here because Umbra has two strong rare kill spells that we can take here. Forever Consumed and Blazing Bolts. What does Melting have? Melting has Formless Child. Formless Child's not that good. Just like, Formless Child's kind of like insurance, basically, against Tethys dying. But it's not great insurance because it's kind of messy. The Endless Tome wouldn't be bad. So there's 2 good picks here. Umbra for Forever Consumed or Blazing Bolts, and Awoken for a Quick Tome. Because a Quick Tome on Tethys is really nice. I'm gonna go Umbra here. Umbra Stone's kind of cool, right? We looked at this interaction recently. It's pretty neat. Throw this on Tethys, and Tethys just applies a lot of strike effects to the front enemy. It's fun, if nothing else. We'll give it a go. Alright. Explosive Sigil Daedalus should be okay. So we are vulnerable to the Classic, right? And we're going to do everything in our power to not fall victim to the Classic. The Classic is, of course, stacking 50 damage, or like 20 spell weakness on Daedalus and then not drawing a kill. I'm very afraid of that happening. I am so afraid of that happening that I'm going to play bottom 4 even though it's scary. And it is quite a bit scary. But I am going to give myself 2 floors of... Oh, Daedalus, you bitch. Give myself 2 floors of potential draws of kill spells here, basically. Go ahead and vent this. Thanks, Vent. Very cool. And we just stack the armor onto our boy here, and we hope that that is enough. Cool. Solid. I want to not waste the spell weakness when we get it by playing things like Ice Storm here. And I don't really want to do the draw. We just need to torch our own Welder Helper. Anything that we can draw to weaken this wave is solid as well. Like if Daedalus comes down to this floor with this setup one time, right? And we have Trample on Tethys, that's like 6 spell weakness I think applied. It'd be 5, right? Yeah, 5. But still. I don't think we want to play Umbra Stone here though. Go ahead and just draw into our Welder Helper here. Ping one of these guys away. Then let the Welder Helper stack more armor. In theory, this should be more or less unlosable because I have like 3 or 4. How many kill spells do I have that'll kill Daedalus here? 3? I think 3. 3 kill spells out of 23 cards. It should be fine. Haha. I'm sure it will be fine. As long as I don't draw all 3 of my kill spells in the next 2 turns, which I'm going to avoid by not triggering Wing Steel. We take 5. As long as this doesn't go horribly wrong. Okay, there's one of them. Not a great start there, I gotta tell you. Not the start that I'm looking for, however. We have 2 kill spells, so now as long as my 2 kill spells aren't in the bottom of the deck, which is interesting, I'm going to play out these 3 cards. I'm gonna play out those 3 cards because it's a 1 in 18, or it's a 2 in 18 that I hit, right? So in theory, it should have been just fine. Now we have a very low chance of survival. I'm mad. I'm mad. I am no longer... Oh, I'm dead anyway. That's funny. God, fuck spell weakness, man. I fucking hate this shit so much. How did I go to the magic shop and miss 2 +10s? Draw the 1 kill spell with these... That is disgusting. That is just disgusting. I don't know what else to tell you. I fucking hate spell weakness Tethys so much. Because it does shit like that to me every single time I play it. When I have to start with spell weakness Tethys, you just lose the game. Because as long as we survive that, we win. But you're so reliant on those upgrades that it just... I miss those 2 +10s, and then it's like, yeah, that sucks. Eat shit, loser. Oh, good. I'm gonna go Conduit. Fuck you, spell weakness Tethys. It's just so frustrating. I don't think Conduit wins against bosses either. I'm just mad. I hate spell weakness Tethys. But like, it's so good as long as you have good luck. Now what would have been good luck there? Basically, what I needed to have happen was I needed to draw into not Helical, like I just had to not hit Helical Crystallis like I did there, right? That's all. Which didn't seem, I think it was still correct because in theory, what happened there was not supposed to happen. And in reality, that wasn't supposed to happen either. It's not even a theoretical thing. It's not supposed to happen that way. 2 out of 18 for me to not lose the game there. But you know what? Or no, it's a 16 out of 18 to not lose the game there. 8 out of 9. I know what you're gonna say. Hey, it's not that crazy. It's still not likely. It's still not likely. It's like, it's close to an 80% chance to win. You take that. You take that. You just take it. Damage spells. These cards don't get a cost reduction. I'll take Hidden Passage. You tell me I got an 80% chance to do something, I'm gonna say yeah. And I know it's probably not quite 80%, it's probably like, probably something closer to like 78%, 70, somewhere in the range of 70, 78-ish. But still, come on. And in reality, it was actually a 1 in 18 because I only had to not try Helical Crystallis there. But we move on. Large Stone, Incant 1, and Rage 7. Fuck you. Do what we must here. Large Stone, our boy. This is a free trial. I don't think Conduit Tethys is good by any means here. I think Conduit Tethys is pretty awful. But I'm not playing another shitty spell weakness run here. Because this one would have the exact same problem the last one had, where I have 3 kill spells, and if I'm bad at drawing my cards, I just lose the game. And I want to see how Conduit Tethys works. I think Conduit Tethys should just have a lot more attack to start with, and then the card wouldn't even feel that bad. Setting you up, it doesn't matter. Like, I really don't think Conduit Tethys feels that bad. You just have to give her, like, probably... I would start her as, like... I'd make her have higher stats is what I would change. I'd make her be, like, a 20... a 20-10 or something like that, because a 10-5 is just shitty. It's just not great. She's gonna act as an enabler for Incant, I suppose, but... you know, fill our deck with a bunch of valuable high-cost spells, I suppose. Take a Fortify to protect her as well. Offering Monument. Is that the Incant card I'm looking for? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I think that there truly is nothing in this game that upsets me more than losing a spell weakness run to Daedalus because I drew poorly, right? Losing a 1 in 18 like that just drives me insane. It makes me so mad. We're against Sap Seraph. I don't really like either of these against Sap Seraph. At least we're not fighting Rage Fel. And yet I feel like I did fight Rage Fel because I'm angry. It's like, it truly is the only start in this game I think that really gets me mad anymore. Like, I used to be pretty upset when I would get Rector without Burnout, but now it really is just spell weakness Conduit Tethys is the one that gets me fucking heated. And gets me fired up. So we'll hold Ice Tornado over. It's better than Crystallis here. Sure, I'll purge you a spell. You can have Crystallis. I'm pretty sure this dies to Daedalus too, by the way. Like, no... No, not looking great here. Conduit Tethys does not instill much hope in the Relentless, right? I feel like if Conduit Tethys were to be good in Relentless, this would be an interesting change as well, where they make it so that Conduit Tethys just in Relentless gives you a turn after every round of attacks to play spells or something like that. Because right now it's fucking worthless. You go into the Relentless combat and you go, this is worthless to me. I don't know, man. I probably should not have set up down here, because there's no reason to. Should have set up top 4, because why should I set up down here when I have jackstrips, right? The answer is, yeah, no, I shouldn't set up down here when I have jackstrips. Great point. Excellent argument. I have no rebuttal. You win this round. But, you know, just the unbelievable tilt has thrown me off the deep end here. I can't overcome my rage. Despite all my rage, I'm still fucking mad. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll overcome this together. Yeah, especially against the Daedalus, there's no reason for me to set up down here. God, I even gave myself the 2 rounds. I won't get over it. I'm just gonna be mad. Endlessly so. Alright. That's weird. This run sucked too. How strange. Would we have won this with spell weakness? Yeah, probably, because we got the right upgrades for spell weakness to work. Huh. Isn't that funny? On this one we could have gone spell weakness because I rolled well enough for spell weakness on this one. But, you know, I didn't go spell weakness. Yeah, another great run. Excellent. So the Conduit start also fucking sucks. I would not start Conduit either ever again. Something I've been wanting to find out is, does a Conduit start when you're forced Conduit spell weakness and you have no good spell weakness starting cards? Does it work? No, it doesn't. You can feel free, go ahead, make your case. What are you gonna say about that one? What do you even say? I don't know. Set up top 4 maybe, but we'd still die. Maybe hold on to Crystallis, I guess. Diligent, Flash Freeze, Imp, Guardian's Amulet. At this point I'm just too mad to go on. I gotta go Hammer and Chestplates here. It's a great starter with Tethys. Okay. Now we get to actually play the game. How exciting. 23 minutes into the video, they finally give me an actual start. How great. How kind of the game. I don't want to take this. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's fine. We'll take some damage, but we'll get a unit draft. I really hate... the thing that really bugs me the most about it is that Conduit Tethys didn't get changed in the patch, right? That's the thing that really gets to me here, is that they think that Conduit Tethys is fine. Which is very concerning, because I really want to actually... I don't want to feel like if I'm trying to win streak, I'm just going to lose because I don't roll properly with spell weakness, right? It's also why a lot of people think spell weakness is a bad start. Oh hey, I've seen all my train stewards. This is a great throw. An excellent throw on my part. Oh yeah, and there's gonna be a 5-1 behind too. Excellent. I really just tossed this one away too. I'm just too mad to play after, like, God, it just got me so pissed. I'm losing it here. I'm actually losing it. I'm too angry to go on. It's okay. Crystallis is fine. You know, I sat down at this one and I was like, alright, I'm gonna have a good, I hope we just have a nice good run. Not something nice, something easy, something straightforward. to get me out of, like, to not leave a bad taste in my mouth with this game after I fucked up the last run. And the last run was my fault, don't get me wrong. I will forever agree to this, because even if I don't say it like 15 times, someone will be like, well, actually this run was your fault, and then I have to reply to that comment and go, yeah, I fucking know. Thanks for reminding me that I fucked this one up. I only said it once in the video, I'll say it 15 more times just to be sure. You see, this is a little more like what I would like to see here. There's a case to be made for taking Cold Kalia there, but I don't like it. Multi-strike's cool on Cold Kalia, but it's kind of whatever. Shark has enough health to take this draft. I really, when I lose runs to things like this, where the run was just numerically unwinnable, well, okay, technically it wasn't numerically unwinnable, because all I had to do was not trigger my my pickup, right? All I had to do was not trigger the, like this up top. I'm thinking about that first one. Fuck that conduit run. That conduit run was just full tilt. All I had to do though was not trigger my my wing steal, and then I don't draw the Crystallis. I draw it the next turn and we win the game. But I wonder if it is more likely. Let's think about this one for a second. Do you think it's more likely that... Which boss is this? I think this is the Spikes boss. I don't really know. But maybe if I don't trigger Wing Steal, it's a higher likelihood. Because when I trigger Wing Steal, it's a 1 in 18 to ruin me, and it's a... Was it a 7? No, it's a 17 out of 18 to be fine. But then what you have to take into consideration is that it's a 10 and 18 to see the Crystallis anyway. So maybe you just don't roll it. No, because it feels like losing the 1 in 18 just feels like it should never happen, right? 17 out of 18 cases we don't draw Crystallis, and then that play is correct because we slightly increase our chances to see it at the right timing. I don't know, it's really hard to slice. I guess I should just not do it, even if it is statistically correct, because I'm pretty sure it is statistically correct. Maybe I should just not do it because it just fucking... If I miss, I just get irrationally angry. Vent is worthless. Hidden Passage is okay, but I don't think it's great. I'll take a Siren of the Sea. That's fine. We finally, after 3 rolls, get a nice standard run. One that doesn't, you know, take 25 damage because I'm still bitching about 2 runs ago because I can't move on, because when I lose those sorts of rolls I just get very upset. Endless. Good. Yeah, I have the Siren. What was the other one? Quick? Yeah, it's worthless on her. I'm done complaining now. Time to move on. I mean, this run's gonna be pretty straightforward from here on, I'm pretty sure. And I don't want any of this. We have our 3 units, we just craft the deck into something that triggers a lot of incants, and then we win the game. Melting. Go for the Awoken for the Quick Tome, I think. We don't need the... I'll go for the Awoken for the Quick Tome. It's good. I guess maybe it's not good. It's only good if I get Sweep on Tethys, I guess. So maybe this is wrong. The Umbra pickups aren't great. I just hope we do get Sweep on Tethys, I guess. For double heavies, we can do Sweep spell weakness to kill them. And then we use the Siren as a secondary tank. Maybe we'll just die to Double Barrel Daedalus. You never know. I will tell you, if I lose this run here, it's probably just going to be the end of the video. Before I uninstall this game and never play it again. Tilt off the planet. Fuck you, Daedalus. Fuck you. Just get out of here, Daedalus. Nobody likes you, Double Barrel Daedalus. It should be fine. I'm pretty sure it should be fine. As long as I don't take a bad, like, bomb draw here where I have to lose a unit, right? Like, if I get a bomb up here that I can't defuse, it's pretty rough, of course. Put this Water Helper down so that his health is His 20 armor is actually supreme. Oh my god, I forgot about the chest plates. Alright. Alright. You don't like to see that one. You just don't like to see that one. What more can I say? You dislike to observe it. Not my greatest moment. You get a lot of frostbite. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're fine anyway. Can I get you to 28 here? I can if I ping this lady, right? And we take nothing? Solid. This quick tome is either going to be really sweet or completely worthless. I'm excited to see which one it is. The answer will be based on which Tethys we see as our secondary pick from the next place. Honestly, I'm not even going to bother playing this shark now. It's too late. Doesn't matter, we just play Frostbite Shark up there. It's fine. Okay. The video doesn't end here, at least. At least. Impolate is 45 front damage. I'm willing to pay 2 energy for 50. Am I willing to pay 1 for 45? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great either, but it's not bad. I think that Impolate's fine here, just because it's nice to increase the density of damaging spells in case we end up going down the spell weakness plan, which I think we may end up doing so. Siren Song was also good there, though. Skip that. We take draw energy on this run. Potentially draw, depending on how we end up, but most likely draw energy. I feel like in 99% of cases, you just pick draw from that first one, and you're happy with it. Spell upgrades sound pretty good here. I do like removal plus an artifact, though. I'm a big proponent of picking up artifacts now. But I think that the magic shop is good. We want to be -1ing everything we can. More -1s, more incant triggers. So before I make decisions here, I need to look at this. Sweet. Okay. And it's not Rage Fell either, right? Good, it's Curse Fell. Curse Fell, maybe you want to take energy, but, you know, I'm reforming that opinion as well, because we have a way to kill the cursors off. It's not so bad. So, we'll take a +10 on Crystallis and give it a -1. We increase the density of good damage spells in this deck while reducing the density of bad ones. Ideally. Impolate doing a +10 is not the worst. I like giving a +10 to Flash Freeze, though. This makes it always a viable play. And I'll give a -1 over to Impolate. We're just going to -1 all of our damaging spells that we want to play, and then we're going to work towards removing all of the Torches and Frozen Lances. Find ourselves somewhere viable. Somewhere viable. Mark of Invasion is fine, right? I'm wondering if I'm supposed to remove the second shark and then just use our endless hot shark to move up to the top floor and have Siren tank with imps. Thinking about that. Let's also think about how we take the least amount of damage on this combat right now. Because it's Pyrolite Master, I believe. I think we just play Tethys on the bottom floor behind the Titan Sentry. I think we do this so we take no curses, and then we'll just play Siren up here, I suppose. And we'll work her out. It's +2, so she ends this at 7 instead of 7. Yeah, 7 or 7, basically here. Because she'll take 8, but instead of 6 she takes 8, but she also gains 2 health. I guess we took 2 more pyre damage for that, so it wasn't worth it, actually. Yeah, probably not worth it. Now this is 12. If I Frozen Lance, it's still 12, so we just keep going. We're gonna take a bunch of... Yeah, we're taking a lot of pyre damage here. Too bad. What are you gonna do? Haha. But we should have just recognized that trial was bad. In theory, it would have been fine, but I ended up playing Tethys down here, which I think was actually incorrect. Maybe. Kinda hard for me to say. Yeah, it's a tough call. You'll die. I'm gonna Crystallis this guy. Pretty sure you die. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of the heavies die. Yeah, but we had that draw for the kill there. And we'll throw quick on Tethys. I think this is Party Boy, right? Yeah, it is Party Boy. We don't quite kill, but we come close enough with Spell Weakness to kill. Spell Weakness plus Frostbite. We'll get there. I think it actually just bleeds out over 2 floors. Fine. Impulate reasonable nuke at 3 imps. I think 3 imps is the threshold. I would probably not pick that card at 2. At 3, it's just about okay. Unnamed Tome solid. Branding Right is not bad. The deck is chunky right now, is the problem. But I think Branding Right's okay. I really need more... Do I need more survivability? I'm gonna skip this. I think what I need is I need more good damage spells, basically, right now. So much so that I may actually go right and duplicate Impulate here instead of going left. Although Crystallis is probably better. 35 times 2 is 70. Impulate is 45, obviously it costs 1 less, but I think we go right. We get the removal, we duplicate, we get another. We basically are +3 on good spell draws. I'm also going to get rid of Guardian's Amulet because this card is unplayable. We didn't see an offering token, so the card is worthless. And I will dupe this card. That's fine. The value here is just in finding... Oh dear. Remember when I didn't take anything for Tethys? I didn't pick Branding Right because... I didn't say this out loud, but I didn't pick Branding Right because I shouldn't see a combat where we need to protect Tethys. Master of Light. I think there's 3 of these guys, so I think Tethys dies. So we're never taking the +6 here. Let's just get that out of the way. There can only be 2 of this guy. I think he spawns alternating waves, and there's only 4 waves. So yeah, there should only be 2 here. Yeah, okay. It's Self-Made Harpy. We're gonna go ahead and set up like this. This way we also guarantee a collector catch. Now, I don't think I want to play Welder Helper this time. Save our boy 9 health. I don't want to play Welder Helper this time. Yeah, in case of this draw, I didn't want to play Welder Helper. Very cool. Now we just power up our boys on the top floor with some spells. Although top floor Tethys is bad because I need to use spell weakness on Tethys, correct. Probably need to set up second floor, but that is okay for now. Hopefully it's okay for now. This setup was mostly to position so that we can get as much Frostbite out of the Shark before Self-Made Harpy moves up to the top floor. And I think that this is fine. Just gonna go ahead and proc our incants. Backline boy here might hurt me actually. Probably should have thought about him. He will hurt me here. There's nothing to silence on this combat. I believe the boss spawns alone. Train Stewards should also be removed from this run. Let me take what? 8. It's fine. Yeah, nothing spawns with the boss here, as I expected. One moment, I feel a sneeze coming over me here. Oh, I didn't realize this guy was alive. Oops, that's 6 free damage. The sneeze has passed. The feeling came and went. Yeah, I think I over-respected Self-Made Harpy here a little bit. Ah, never mind. I respected Self-Made Harpy the proper amount, I would say. I thought maybe I over-respected Self-Made Harpy, and I was incorrect. I gave Self-Made Harpy the proper amount of respect because that was closer than I thought it would be. I was just kind of punching all of my spells and everything into Self-Made Heart because I was a little concerned, and I was right to be concerned. Now, Branding Right offered one more time. I picked Ice Storm here because we are still trying to just increase the density of good spells. We're going to now plan around playing Tethys second floor, most likely. Potentially bottom floor behind the Shark. An Endless Tome would be kind of cool for that. It'll kind of depend on if we go Spell Weakness or Frostblade, I suppose. We'll see. Anyway. Do I think Branding Right is a good pickup here? Yeah, I think it is. We're not really generating enough armor. I need to go to another magic shop, but I would not be surprised if there was not one here. I'll be happy if there is. Hey, there is. But we've seen a magic shop on every ring for the last 3 rings, which is very unusual, but I'm not going to be upset about it. Right Path would have also been pretty solid, but, you know. -1 there. Probably a holdover Ice Storm. Well, holding over Ice Storm and then missing is really detrimental to the run, so I'm going to hold over Branding Right, I guess. God, but if this is... Oh, I really want to do this. But we don't need to, I guess, because we can just plan around the high density of good spells line. I think that's going to be our best choice. Please give me a +10. Alright. Thank you. Go ahead and throw a -1 on something here. Honestly, I'm not going to hold over Ice Storm because we're going to go for high density instead, so we're going to give it a -1, and then we're going to go ahead and start removing these Train Stewards because they're very hard to play. A lot of turns I would rather play the spell than the Train Steward anyway. Rage Serum, Wildwood Sap. Wildwood Sap is kind of nice here. It's good to throw on the Shark that's going to be taking all of those Branding Rights. Oh hey, we're still standing. Space Prism's pretty cool here. Prismal Dust for Tethys is... It's fine, but I don't need it. The only way is if it's the Pyro Wings combat. If it's the Pyro Wings combat, I need this. But I can just Branding Right Tethys if it's that. I don't need this. Oh wow, we get all 3. Now Rage Serum's interesting. It's just a free incant trigger. It's a single use free incant trigger. Is that good? Okay. I don't think it's good enough though. I think it's just underwhelming. And with that event, we get enough to take another removal here, which I will, in fact, do so. We keep working on that density plan. And I think we remove a torch here. Alright. Now if we drawing Hot Shark turn 1 is the best. Turn 2 is passable. Our big fear is drawing multiple units on this turn. Like, not just Tethys, right? 2 units on this turn is awkward. And this doesn't matter too much. Okay, we'll do this. I would really like to hold this Branding Right over, but I'm not going to. It's a shame, but as long as we don't miss our Shark on this turn, we're okay. Thank God. Because if we take the curses there, we get into some trouble. If we take those 2 curses, we're just guaranteed damage. Now, Curse Spell is going to cause some problems for us, of course. When does Curse Spell not cause problems? That's like her whole thing. She just slows us down a lot by adding these curses, but I can't, like, not play them. I have to play them. It's just, like, how could I not, basically? 88 damage there is pretty nice. Yeah, just play it all out. Throw away Train Steward top 4. He can get to work on that statue. So it's hard to kill these enemies with spell weakness because there's a statue top 4. They'll die off to Frostbite for the most part. Another curse, thank you, Fel. That guy doesn't die after Frostbite, actually. Interesting. I don't have to Crystallis up here, but it's really good to Crystallis up here because he'll die from the Train Steward who I said I was just wasting. Train Steward's actually coming in the clutch. There's nothing, there's no good or bad time to Unnamed Tome. There's nothing I need to silence at this point, it's just an incant trigger. Yeah, we are not looking great against Fel right now, though. In Relentless, we're looking a little rough. That shark is going to live 0 rounds presently. Time to make some tracks here on the armor front, I hope. We need that branding right to come back around. Now, should I have maybe planned and played those big spells up here? Yeah, maybe. But also, similar to Self-Made Harpy, I'm afraid that we're gonna die. So I'm just gonna bleed a little pyre damage here because I'm a little concerned that we're just going to get killed here. I can't believe the branding right was first card and now it's gonna be last card. The card that I put in to give me survivability against the bosses. Drew it first turn and then fucking last turn. I hate this game. It's so frustrating today, what the hell? I'm tilting off the planet. I'm losing my mind. Oh. It's just so crazy. What more can I say? It's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. Right, as long as I draw a kill spell, it's fine. If I don't draw a kill spell, I think we're still okay. Alright. We got there. Despite my complaints, we are once again here. Ancient Synergy is a good keystone. Capstone? Capstone, probably the correct word there. Capstone piece. Finishing piece. It's a good spell. I'm gonna take energy here. 4 energy feels like the way. I know it's weird to have your... it's potentially correct to take draw. Post-Fel, if I take... post-Curse Fel, taking energy is just kind of a knee-jerk reaction, but it's not so bad. Although, with Diligent, probably better this way. And one Train Steward did kind of clutch us there. He saved us 6 damage. Endless. Plus 25. I'll go ahead and give you Incant 1. I think it's fine to do this. Endless on the Imp sounds cool, but I don't have the space for it. Is this Frostbite or Spell Weakness? Well, what is Tethys doing? Tethys has to do both. Tethys has to kill heavies and the bosses. I think that means that I take Frostbite. If Tethys only had to kill heavies, you take Spell Weakness too. If you had some super scaling plan for Spell Weakness, or for non-Tethys related scaling, right? Like this, say the Siren was solo carrying, right? But in this situation, it feels correct to just go Frostbite 2. Spell Shield is probably really bad. It's really bad. The other thing about this is our shark is pretty bad here. He's probably just gonna get killed and then sent away. Go and sit on the top floor or something because I need Tethys. I need to have these purifiers dying for sure. Yeah, this is a fine opening. We're just gonna play it out like this. This way we don't take a million curse damage. We also have more time to trigger our spell weakness hits and things like that. So there's nothing to silence because this was the trample boss. I looked at that. Go ahead and just Ancient Synergy here. And we should be fine. Right? Despite all my complaining in this episode, and there was a lot of it. I was a little unhinged after that spell weakness loss. I got a little bit angry. But it's okay. We can overcome this all. And now we just have to draw Crystallis. Great work. We'll Ice Storm this floor. It's a little sad because we miss incants since I'm having to play our finishing spells on a different floor. You're at 21. Maybe I should... No, we'll kill him off Impelate. We'll freeze down here. This guy dies from Impelate. It's fine. But I really hate losing runs where I go, yeah, well, there was just nothing I could have done. Maybe there even was something I could have done. Hard to say. Go ahead and throw the quick tome down here. Impelate. It's just interesting to try and impelate this guy, but better than not. Better than not. Because usually you end up hitting your kill anyway. The deck at this point, spell weakness looks clean. From this position, spell weakness starts to look really clean because we have a high density of good kill spells. From the early positions, you go, hey, this fucking sucks. Spell weakness is garbage, and I would go, yeah, it really is, huh? Also, this doesn't kill Seraph. Does it? Right now, we do not kill Seraph. But that was a bottom floor setup, so I don't know. Maybe we can get there. I'm a little concerned. Maybe I take March of Shields and we take one more incant spell. I'm just not incanting these guys enough, right? Like, they're not incanting very well. I'll take March of Shields here. I think we just need more armor for our front shark now. The big downside of this run is that I can't kill those purifiers right now, which is problematic. I'm thinking I want to go left for more cost downs. More cost downs is more incant triggers. Right isn't bad for money and health. We're gonna go left though. We look for double incant or Cuddlebeard in this trinket shop. Either of those is winning. Oh, Rules of Containment's pretty good as well, because I think this means we always kill purifiers. It's not quite, but it's closer. Trader's School's also pretty cool. We could roll this as well. Let's start with 2 removals. I'm gonna remove 2 Frozen Lances. That's pretty easy. Merchant of Magic has... So I'm thinking I should roll this trinket shop, but I probably should just take Rules of Containment and leave. Right? Because it kills most of them. I took energy so that we would also be fine because purifiers don't always die. We could go for the high roll. You know, I'm feeling like I should go for the high roll. Okay. I mean, we see the high roll here, and we're 15 gold away from it. Very sad. That also wins us the game, without a doubt. Too bad. Oh, that is too bad. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let me roll this. Anything I want to hold over here? Hold over March of Shields is probably winning. Give this a -1. And we move on. We're going to be gaining like a lot of armor every turn. Yeah, it's going to be a large amount. Nothing too great to duplicate here. Maybe Ice Storm isn't bad. Do that. Alright. Alright. So we're gonna do bottom, middle, top, hopefully. If we lose space middle 4, this is super awkward. Okay, that's fine. Now I do have to consume a card here. Don't forget this is Consume Seraph. I think I'll consume the Flash Freeze. I mean, I'm not gonna consume the branding, right? So I have to consume the Flash Freeze. Let's give Pathos 20 armor. That's fine. 420, by the way. Yeah, everything you put on the top 4 just hits me, and there's not much I'm going to be able to do about it. Guess we'll throw a Frozen Lance at this one. You can Branding right every turn. Yeah, Rules of Containment would stop this, this hit, right? Stops here. Definitely was correct to go Energy on this run, by the way. Without a doubt. God, Purifiers. Very unfortunate. I think we just eat these Vengeful Shards. And that guy's gonna hurt me because it's only Spell Weakness 1. He hits me for 10. And we're gonna take another Mutilation. Thankfully no mutilations here. Alright. It's not so bad. I think I let you hurt me. 27 takes him to... Yeah, so he'll hit me for another 10, and we just take that. It's fine. No Welder Helper here. Just Incant Trigger. We save as much health as we can with this Ice Storm. Even, like, it's right to play the Ice Storm just because we want to use it to save. We need to save as much armor on this guy as we can for the Relentless. Now, double heavies we have to respect. We have to give them our respect because they can kill me. I have to start paying a little closer attention now. Consume a Torch down here. Yeah, we just Ice Storm this. And that's acceptable. Now we just respect the double heavies and hope that I don't die. Siren of the Sea has not been performing particularly well for us, I gotta say. Ancient Synergy. I think we'll go ahead and we'll throw the... So this is Torch Branding Right. Yeah, Torch Branding Right, Ancient Synergy for sure. And we get to March of Shields. 115 armor is pretty close. I have to make sure that I have a kill spell left as well on deck for final round. Or not for final round, but after final round. Silence that. Purifier. Play the Shark. This hurts. Doesn't it? It doesn't kill me, but it hurts. And opens us up to potentially dying. If we get a bad kill spell draw, we will potentially lose off of this double heavy. Hopefully we just draw well enough. Oh no, we're dead. Well, that was fun. I guess I had to let one of these go. Yeah, no one else here. That's the end. What an anticlimactic ending. You know, it all goes back to that first floor. If I had an extra 25 HP there, we would have won. That's okay. This episode, like this episode is the kind of episode that after it I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't play Monster Train anymore. Like those first 2 runs are the kind of runs that make me want to quit this game. It's very frustrating to me when I make plays that I feel that are statistically correct and I lose because of them. It makes me go, man, this shouldn't happen. I don't feel good about this. That's okay. We'll be fine. The series won't end because I get too angry. I'll get over it in like 10 minutes. Probably, but 2 really rough episodes in a row. So, you know, hopefully tomorrow when I random into Umbra Melting, I am okay mentally. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.